On June the 30th, we're going to be live here at the Engineering Technology Group. But before then, I'm joined by David from Blum Novotest, and he's going to be telling us about the event. David, what's going to happen?
Hi Joe, yeah, we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be great. We're going to be showing our latest generation of Digilog probing systems. So we're going to start off with the Digilog Probe for dimensional part checking on the machine. We're also going to be showing the Roughness Gauge, which is the only probing system on a machine that allows you to measure surface finish. And we'll finish off with our very latest brand new laser system for setting tools, the LC50 Digilog.
So it's worth pointing out it's going to be on the VMC behind us, 3-axis VMC. We've done that for a reason, haven't we? Quite often some of these products pigeonhole for 5-axis machines, but the whole idea is to prove it can be utilised on the 3-axis. So let's go through the tools one at a time. The tool probe, it's the Digilog. What we're going to be using that for?
Yeah, so we use the Digilog for setting length and diameter of the tool. So when you first load your tool in, you preset all your tooling on the machine. Live at the speed that you're about to cut at, but then we can use the system to do monitoring for the status of the tool and automatically update any changes in tool wear, or if we've got any broken edges within the tool, all live within the machine.
And Digilog meaning digital and analog, so obviously we're not just saying the part's there or it's not, we can measure things.
Yeah, by using the analog or bringing in the analog aspect to it, it means that we can now start to measure how much we shade in the laser beam or how much we're deflecting the probe, so we can start to really inspect parts or inspect cutting tools actually in depth accurately within the machine itself.
And the next product?
So the next product we're going to show is the Digilog Probe. So that's a spindle probe, but not only as people probably associate it for part setup and for checking basic features of parts, but also to fully check free-form parts in a machine tool to give you a real accurate picture that the part coming off is a good component.
And just the final one, the Roughness Gauge. People may not be so familiar with this product from Blum Novotest, so just tell us more about that one.
Yeah, obviously checking for surface finish on parts is something that has generally been done away from the machine tool. So there's not too many options to allow you to do within the machine itself. So RG Probe is the latest, or one of the latest sort of members of the Digilog family, which allow you to check for surface finish in the machine tool. So you can keep everything adjusted and controlled while you've still got the part there to make sure it's a good component again. So.
And the thing that's going to excite me most, we're doing what I would call a closed loop process. So we're going to actually make a part as a failure, both on diameter and roughness check, and the machine's going to basically automatically inspect these parts and put the offsets correct.
Yeah, exactly. The idea we want to show you that when these probing systems inspect the part or the cutting tool in the machine, if they identify that there's a problem, it can automatically put correction values in, so you can go to, as you say, a closed loop controlled system. You don't have to adjust anything yourself.
But for engineers, maybe that's a step too far. They're not quite a bit worried about that. They can just flag up an error.
Yeah, exactly. We find generally what happens is when people first adopting this technology, they still want to keep control, they still want to just measure what's going wrong and then make the changes. And then eventually when they get confidence, they go to full automated control.
Yeah, and it's not just for people with robots looking to run lights out. Some of these multiple parts on the machine, or maybe long cycle times, it just basically gets the operator away from the machine tool.
Yeah. I think this is why it would be really nice to show it here on this 3-axis VMC, because people think you've got to have 5-axis fully automated robot loading, but you can still get these huge advantages on the kind of machines that we see on the shop floor all over the country every day, really. So
there we have it from David at Blum Novotest. We're going to be back here at ETG. We're going to be back before June the 30th, but the live event will be June the 30th. So please subscribe and we'll see you there.